a chance to talk to you in a
Yeah.
little while, and it seems like a lot happened in that realm.
Yeah, so Darren pulled his hamstring at the end of that last game versus Houston. We got him back, scanned, and he had treatment this week. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. So he'll be out for this game. We're hopeful after the international break that he could maybe be available for that final week of the regular season. Luka, had groin pain. Got him to see a specialist, sports hernia specialist in LA, and confirmed that he has some symptoms. But at this stage, it's about managing it and playing through it and managing the pain. And whether or not he'll need surgery depends on how it goes at the end of the year. But with these type of injuries, typically you can manage them and play through them. Luka was better today after not doing anything last week. Probably still questionable for this weekend. Vitas, cracked rib. He was also better today. He's also questionable for the weekend. Who else?
Is Jermaine Taylor okay?
Jermaine Taylor, is better. Could be available for the weekend. We'll travel.
Given that Luka's questionable and Darren's out, how does that kind of change how you approach maybe the formation, or how you, I guess you probably have Grabavoy or Barmby as options there, but it kind of depends on how you want to approach it.
Yeah, I think you got to look at everything. The opponent is a big factor. You have to look at the opponent, and they attack a lot through their outside backs. So we need to make sure we get guys that defend on the flanks. It's very important in this game. And more than anything, we need to make sure we keep our key guys in their key spots so they can produce. Obviously, Adi's producing, Valeri's producing. Nagby's playing very well. So, that's an important thing to remember when you're managing these type of things, is make sure you keep your key guys in their spots where they can produce, and then make sure with the other players that they play a role. And if the other players play a role and do the job, and on the road that means defending and grinding, that means also keeping the ball and picking your moments to go forward and finishing your chances. We played really well last time we played at Colorado. With a little bit better finishing, we would have won that game. But 0-0, we put up a clean sheet. So we can build on that, and we can build off the last road win that we just had. And we also know last year we beat them on that field. So we'll use all those things to give us confidence. We know it's at stake. Every game's a cup final. Every game, the way we look at it, it's a must-win. Whether it will be a must-win, we don't know. But we're not going to leave it to chance. We're going to approach every game as if we have to win, and let the chips fall where they fall. But it starts with this game and going in there and looking to get 3 points.
Is that kind of that, given how Seattle did this week, is that kind of the expectation that you guys might need to win all three and you need to approach every game as if you?
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to approach it that way. Obviously, we know all the scenarios. We probably know them better than most people do, every scenario. But the guys understand that, with the loss to Houston and with some of the other results, there's no margin for error. And, we could get in the playoffs without winning all three. But we're only playing one at a time, and we got to approach it as if we have to win. We have three games, and we're going to approach it as a must-win, and that it's 3 points.
Could we say that the away win came at the right time, because you guys have more three more?
Yeah, I think it helps. We've won on the road now. Even though it wasn't the league, we've won on the road, and I thought our guys showed tremendous fight coming back from that Houston game, traveling to El Salvador 2 days later, and we're down a goal. That shows the group is bought in. It shows that they're still fighting. It shows that they're wanting this season to be a success, and that they value the Champions League, and that they value everything that we want to do here. So, ultimately for me, that's a real positive from my standpoint, and it should be for everybody. We're down 1-0. We're out of the competition, and we just played a game 2 days prior and traveled to El Salvador, and for our guys to dig deep and to score 2 goals and win the game and to show the fight that we showed is a real positive. And I think our group will get a lift from that game, that result, in this next game.
Last season, as dire as standings might seem right now, you guys were at pretty much the exact same point, right around that sixth place spot with 3 games to go, and you did win all 3. Does that give you guys a little bit more confidence going into these final 3?
Yeah, and the year prior too. You know, even though we didn't get in, we won 3 out of the last 4. So I think the last result was huge because we won on the road and we showed fight. We showed that we're never going to give up. We're never going to quit. You'll see that in the next 4 games. We still have everything to play for. We can't get too caught up in all the scenarios. Other people will do that. That's natural. The supporters will do that. Owners will do that. But as coaches and players, we need to focus on the job that we need to do. And my job is to prepare the team, to focus on the next game, to keep them locked in on the next game. And while we know that we might have to win all 3, we can't play all 3 right now. We can only play the next one, and we need to really focus on that next one and getting 3 points. And we know, like last year, in the same situation, we were able to win all 3, so we know we can do it. I look at the 3 games, and they're all winnable games for us. They really are. Even though 2 of them are on the road, I'm confident that we can win those games on the road.
Colorado hasn't lost a game at home. They're the only team in the league that hasn't done that this season. So what challenges do they present, especially at home, that you guys need to overcome?
Well, eventually they have to lose. You look at Seattle beating LA, and I hadn't lost at home, and eventually it's law of averages. Teams have to eventually win and eventually lose. So, maybe this is the perfect time for us to get our first league win and their first league loss. It won't be easy, but like I said, we performed really well last time we played them. So we know that we can do it. And last year we won there. So, and we won the last road game. So we're going to use all those things to give us confidence. And you're going to see a group that's going to roll up their sleeves. We're going to grind. We're going to defend. We're also going to attack. When we do that, we're a good team. Houston first half, we didn't defend well enough. We didn't grind. And, like I said, we played like a team that thought we were in. And now because of that loss, we're more under the gun to make sure that we get the job done here in the last 3. The margin for error is more slim. We know all the scenarios. We could win 1 or 2 games and still get in, but we need a lot of help in the other results, and we're not going to leave it to chance. We're going to take care of business one at a time and focus on this next game and getting a result. And if we don't, then again the margin for error is even more slim. So we don't want to be in that position.